so many. Why did I do this to myself? How am I doing space? I need one more row. Okay, I can. Oh god, no. My pedestal. Woo. Just this pen. Don't hit this button. Ow. Tired. Okie dokie. Ready, ready. Ooh, welcome to part 2 of Town of Salem. Listen, yeah, let's go. So today, we're gonna learn all the role names. Wow. So a lot of people will probably remember some of the words we used yesterday. If you do, that's good, because a lot of them we're gonna use again with the name. Easy peasy. Alright. Let's go. Oh, hey. Our first one. Jailor. So if you remember sign for jail, again. For jail. Jail. And because it's person. Jail. Yeah. Just like jail from yesterday. Good. Next. Sheriff. So for this sign, we're going to use the same sign for like, oops, please, the same sign. We're going to take small c, so essentially, so bend an L, double tap on your shoulder here. Okay, first, if you have an index, you can actually bend that finger there, bend that finger there. But if you don't, just indicate that. Okay. Moving on. Look out. This one, we're going to use 2 V hands. Just going to be looking around. Gotta make sure everything, gotta check everything. What's over here? What's over here? Just looking. Next to here. Investigate. You remember from yesterday? Investigate. Right? Now we have investigate person. Investigator. Okay, looking out twice. Person. Investigator. Yeah, nice.
Hearing, right?
Moving right along. Spy. It doesn't have a sign. It's sad.
What I was explaining
But
earlier
easy.
is that this welcome,
3-letter word.
for, like, welcome to my home,
So just finger spell it.
or welcome
SC.
back, right? But hold on, let me explain. Yeah, I know you learned it, it's fine. But let me explain. The welcome for, like,
Somebody's in the lot. Okay. Up next. Ooh. A lot of you probably know the initialized version. But I'm going to show you the other way to which is in real life you use a bent hand like this. You can just use an open hand and just be putting those fingertips on your right here. And just tapping. Ooh, tracking. Hand. Oh, we go. What next? Oh, hello, Escort. So in this one, let's see. It's kind of two parts, right? First part, got two people. One's leading the other. They're going over here. And then you're protecting them, blocking them out. So, or kind of showing what they do, right? Take someone away, protect them. Yeah, so it's two parts. Up next, a medium. It's medium. For this, we don't mean sign, we mean like a person. Kind of like a. I'm gonna spell this wrong. Psychic. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take your open hand, put it to your forehead, and then if you have index, look at your fingers. You don't just open hand, close hand, open hand, relax hand. Kind of wiggle out a little bit. It's from your forehead. If you have that index, you wiggle those fingers. Can't try every time. Look good. It's just, whoops. Did we decide on this one? I think it's finger spray. It is. Oh, I had to double check myself. So yeah, this one's finger spell. It doesn't have a sign. Finger spell it. 5, 3, 5, L, A, N, D, E. Hi, what's up? Hey. One more time. You go what? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. No problem. Okay, alright. For this one, by the way, for our purposes, we can shorten it just BIG, because in the game's context, everyone knows what you mean. You can shorten it just be. I understand. Okay, next up. We're in. So for this one, we're going to use a sign for army or soldier. They take two relaxed hands. It's like you're holding a gun. You put it close to one at your shoulder, one at your hip. Right? This person. Army person. Better. Yeah. Boom. This one. That's another one comes in two parts, right? Each part. One. Up. This one's quite literal. Yeah, first part. Body. Take two B hands if you have B hands. Start at the shoulders. Go to the hip. Both hip or body. And then we got guard. Things we learned yesterday. Back. Just right in front of you, nice and strong. It's bodyguard. So you put them together, right? Body, guard. Nice. One. Transfer. This one's fun. The sign for transport. Take a nice thumbs up. Right in front of you here. And then you go back and forth a couple times. And because it's person, you're gonna add person. Transport. Or transport. Think of this as a person and you're moving it place to place. Over here, over here. Transporting. One person. Moving right along. Mayor. This is a very similar sign. The sign for king. You know the sign for king? Use a K hand. You go from this shoulder to this hip. Make a little sack. For mayor, we're going to use an M hand. And most of us do not have an M hand, so you're going to show that you have an M, and then go into a fist. And do that same motion. Make that such. Show your M hand into a fist. Go into your non-dominant shoulder, your dominant hip. There. Just make sure you show that you got that M. This one. Ooh. Alright. So this one, we have 3 parts to it. The first part for so you know what's a Godfather? A Godfather leads a gang, right? So the first part, we're gonna use our sign for Mafia. Remember that one? Mafia. We use gang. You got a fist. Rub it on your chest place. And because they're leader, we're gonna assign leader. So you have lead, which is non-dominant hands open. Take your dominant hand, grab your fingertips, pull forward. Lead your non-dominant hand. Lead. And then finally their person. That person. So we have Mafia, lead, her. Yeah. That one's probably the most complicated one on it. Up next. Mafioso, which is essentially a gang member. We're just gonna do again, sign for Mafia. Person. Mafia person. Easy. Good. This next one here. Spell again. Oh my gosh, so Framer. This one's fun. This also comes in 3 parts. Alright, so first up, time for fall. Take your pointing finger just across your face. False. False. That's wrong. That's false. Incorrect. And for evidence. Evidence. Again, take your non-dominant hand right flat in front of you. Take your dominant hand, start up here, go straight down. Evidence. It also means proof. Another thing means make sure it's straight down. Okay, one person. All together you have false evidence, which means framer. Are you good? You good, fam? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Serial killer. So, I got two ways to do this. First way, you can just do kill person. Person. It's a little boring, but it works. That's fine. Another way you can sign this, you can do person, kill, again, 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 again. That's what they do, right? Person, kill again, again. Kill a lot. Person, kill again, again. Or you just do kill person. Fine. Whichever think is self. This one, I'm gonna spell it wrong. Let's go. I think I did it right. Let's go. So for this one, we can technically also do kill person. But if you remember from yesterday, I learned a different sign for execute, right? So you can do that one again. With person added to it. So execute person. That doesn't mean like I'm gonna execute that person. It means executioner. Just to make them different from each other. Like saying kill person when we have two people or kill people. It's gonna be confusing. Don't want that. But for serial killer, kill person again. Or no, sorry, person kill again. Sorry, mistake. And then for executioner, execute. Just to make them different. Good. This one. Jester. Pretty easy. If you have X hands, use those. If not, go ahead and indicate those X's. Fine for joke. Kind of rubbing off your bottom hand. I can't do it because there's a big thing in here in my controller. Joke person. Joke person. Talking about a lot the other day. Good. Almost there. This one. This is one side. Arsonist. This one's complicated. It doesn't look too great in VR. So we're gonna try. So, what does an arsonist do? They start fires. So we're gonna act like we're starting a fire. We got two fists. We're gonna like two pieces of flint together, right? Spark that fire. And then you're gonna go right into the sign fire, which is wiggling your fingers. Up and up and up. You have that flame. And then person. It's person. Right? Start fire. Arson. And again, you can either open and close into relax, or you can use fists to point for that fire. Good. Finally, last one. Werewolf. Pretty easy. Wolf. Grab that snoot, right? And then monster. Like, I'm gonna get you. So wolf. Monster. Monster. You can also sign just where and then wolf. You. Fine? Cool. Okay, so since we have a lot, actually, hold on. So because we have a lot to review today, we're not going to do a review of these right now. But if you need help afterwards, we can absolutely review them together. Don't be afraid to ask. But for now, we're going to move on to numbers real quick. Okay. Cool beans. And then oh, it's not this one. Cool. I'll write them real quick. Just in case anyone gets lost. Okay, numbers, yay! I should probably not put that there. That's dangerous. Okay, so for numbers, the index numbers and the general VR numbers are way different. So I asked DM to help me out here because he has an index, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so a quick review of numbers. Alright, first, got number 1. It's the same for both. Yep. Number 2, also the same for both. We all got those easy. For 3, now let's see if he puts his thumb out. We can't do that. We gotta make our own 3. And I do suggest using it this way because it's closer to that. So you can do this, but I prefer doing it this way. Closer. What? What do you? How do you do it? You 3? Oh, you're saying that way, Grindo. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's the 3. Okay, next up we got 4. 4. We don't have 4. We're gonna use 2 2s. You have 4. Good job. And then 5. Everyone's got a 5. 5 fingers. And make sure for all these. For all these ones, make sure your palm is facing towards you. Yeah. Good. Right next to 6. Yeah. So see, that's very different. Can't do that. So instead, we're going to point to our pinkies and then point that, in real life, these two are touching, right? You're going to point to your pinky and then point to your thumb. And touching. What? All the way to your pinky. 7. Yeah. This one, these are ring fingers. And then back down to your thumb. For 8, same deal. Middle finger down to your thumb. I know a lot of you have at least this hand. That's fine too. That's fine too. If not, point again. Middle finger. But that also. For 9, same deal. It's the same as F. If you have an F hand, it's good. That works. If not, point. Good. And then for 10, everyone can do this. Look at your thumb a couple times. Right? Good. Okay, now for this one. Looks like it's a lot different here. I can't do that. We're gonna do 10, 1. It's annoying. That's what you need to do. 10, 1. If you have index, pick that one up twice. Good. For 12, And we'll do a similar thing. Clicking that number 2. We'll do a similar thing. 10, 2, 10, 2. Good. 13, keeping that pattern. 13, note that the thumb is out. Again, to show 3 for him. For us, 10, 3. 10, 3. Also, when he moves his fingers, for anyone who has index, don't wiggle your thumb. Don't do that. Only move these 2 fingers. For anyone who has that. For 14. Can't do that. Wiggle those 4 fingers. Do 10, 4. 10, 4. 10, 4, good buddy. And finally 5, 15. And 5 for us, and 5. And again, his thumb does not move. 15. And 5. Everyone good? Everyone understand? Yeah. 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 Good. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping. Hey, for now. Now we're gonna go visit Game World. Alright. So when we actually play this game, this is where I'm gonna have you all come together for announcements. You're not gonna be in your circles. Just because we are gonna use only side when we play. So this just makes it easier for everyone to be able to see. So yeah, that's good. So, how to play the game in VR. Let's go. So, when you first get into the game, you're gonna choose a house. You're gonna pick your favorite number. You know now why we picked to go from numbers 1 to 15. It's because it's only 15 numbers. So,
goodbye, I love you guys.
How we choose a house? Well, follow me. Let's go into a house. Let's go number 9. Number 9. Pile in. In order to claim a house as your own, you're going to walk over to this lovely button right here. Someone's already done it, and you're gonna click it, and that makes this house your house. Hooray! Alright, if anyone doesn't know the rules or what they do, well, we have a handy dandy little chart right in your very own home. You look towards the back here. Huzzah! Right? So if you see got all these little boxes here, you can click on them. They're local. You can feel free to explore this. But if you go to town, and then all of the town roles pop up, right? And then let's say we're not going to use all of these roles. We're only going to use the roles of the ones that I showed you. Let's say we go to Jailor, right? We click Jailor over here. And then over on this side here, this is where you get all of the things that a Jailor does, which just explains like what a Jailor does. It's a town role. It can kill people. That's super fun. And then it just lists everything that you can do with the Jailor. And this isn't limited to... Yes. Here's the info. But also, this is not limited to just your role. Even after you receive a role, you can see every single role. Doesn't matter what role you are, this always stays the same. Yeah, so if you're like, someone asked me about an investigator the other day, and I have no idea what that means. So when it's nighttime, you just go in your house, you're like, okay, town, okay, investigator, and then, okay, look here. And now you know what an investigator does. Oh, way over here, but I sure did. Also, fun fact, there's a video player, and it's quest supported. I highly recommend Detective Pikachu. You can also watch Coco if you want to cry. That's a movie I like too. Anyway, so yeah, there's all that. And then once you have a role, let me go give this house a roll real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll explain anyway. So, once everyone has claimed a house, you'll see everyone's numbers and names right up here. As you can see, Ghosty has claimed 8. So their name is above 8. We are currently in house 9, and the third R has claimed this house. So that's where they are. That's pretty cool. When someone dies, their number will be colored red. So that's how you know they're dead. You don't have to interact with them if you don't want to. And then once you have a role, it's not here now, and I feel sad. But you'll have a big board right here. And this will be where you do all of your actions. So let's say you're the doctor, right? And so during the night, you're gonna come into your house. You're gonna think, what happened today? And then you're gonna look at your board right here. And you're gonna say, based off of the events that happened today, who do I want to use my ability to protect? And then you're just gonna click the person. There's gonna be all the numbers on the board there. Click the number of the person that you want to save, which you can, if you don't remember who has what number, but bam, this is who has what number, right? So let's say Moth Waifu just claimed house 15. I want to protect Moth Waifu. So if I was the doctor, I'll go over here, click 15. I think I would also click it probably, and then boom. That's all you gotta do. Protected Moth Waifu for the day. If there's any problems with an action, or if like say you're an investigator, if you search for someone, or research on someone, I guess, investigate someone. It's right in the name. If you investigate someone, you're gonna need to know like what roles they can possibly be. So that's where Andy and I, Krevzz and I, will come in. One of us will come into your room and be like, "Hey, number 2 can be X, Y, and Z." So we'll actually come here and be physically telling you, well, assigning you things like that. Yeah. Ooh. And then once the nighttime's over and everyone's actions are done for the night, you'll see it go from night to day. You'll hear a chicken if you have World Volume 1. A rooster, actually. Cuckoo. And then that means time to go back outside. So let's go back outside. And then you'll gather here again on this side here, just for easier to sign. So after night comes day, as one would expect. So during the day, the first thing that happens is announcement. So that's when we'll tell you if anyone died, essentially. Woohoo. And then after that, we let you go. We say, okay, we're done with the announcement. And then all of you will just talk to each other, try to figure out what happened. You'll explain what you did last night. Maybe you'll reveal some roles. I don't know. That's up to you. And you'll get probably 4 or 5 minutes to do that. We might adjust the times a little bit based on what we see happen. But yeah, you get to converse with each other, see what's going on. And then after a certain amount of time, it'll be accusation time, which is, let's say we think Donovan is real sus. So you all had a good conversation. You're like, yeah. Donovan's totally mafia. We should totally vote him off. So you'll have a little screen. So at that point, you'll be back to your circles, because then you'll have a little screen in front of your circles, and that'll tell you, it'll show you all the numbers again. And this time, oh gosh, I don't know who's at number 9. You can just look up at the houses, and underneath the numbers, you'll see the names of who's claimed that house. So Donovan didn't claim a house, and that's fine. Let's say Donovan claimed house 6. You'll look over, you'll see Donovan's name, and then you'll click number 6, because that's Donovan. And if the majority of people voted Donovan would put right in here, and then Donovan would try to beg and plead to not vote him guilty, because he's not the mafia. He's the medium. He's just trying to talk to the dead people. So he would then, sign and be like, no, I'm the medium. Don't kill me. And then the rest of you guys, after he has a chance to defend himself, another little box will pop up in front of you, in front of your circles. And that'll be to either vote guilty, innocent, or to abstain from voting. So let's say y'all are real determined that Donovan is totally not the medium. He's totally in the mafia, right? So y'all vote guilty, right? And then, if the majority of that vote is guilty, Donovan dies. I'm sorry. That's just how it be. And also, when a person dies, they'll be able to see what role they were. We'll reveal that. That'll be underneath their name above the houses. You'll see all that. You'll see if you're right or not. And guess what? You guys were wrong. Donovan was the medium. He had no right. He sucked. I'm just kidding. You're just trying your best. What's up, Ghosty? Yeah. You're just looking at your hand. I understand. It's a nice hand. What? Awesome. Oh yeah, the UI. Oh yeah, that's true. On the UI, you can see who the host is. You can't see any of the code. Hi, pirate. If you so chose at the very beginning of the you can be able to see in the top left, you can see what your role is. And then once voting happens, you can also see the status of the voting too. But yeah, I think that's everything. What do you think? Oh yeah, there's an ask for help button, so if you need help. Yeah. What? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's so sweet. There's a ask for help button in the house, so if you need help, hit that button, we'll come to your rescue. What's up? The rules are survive. Meeting? Oh, like you can't change avatars in the world, you can't drop portals, you can't use cameras for that. Yeah, I'll say that when we actually play. At the beginning. But yeah, this is just to like show y'all the world. And have a good time! So yeah, if anyone ever has any questions about like how to play the game, or if you just want to review all the signs that we went through, it's fine. Cool. You can ask me about signs. You can ask. Krevzz is probably a better person to ask about the rules of the game. I know most of them, but sometimes they ask me a really complicated question. I'll be like, please help me, I don't know what I'm doing, and you're so smart. That's what'll happen.